All right, here we are with part 8 of batch 2 of our picture sleeves. We left off with Tom Petty, and I promised you we would return to some Tom. And here we are with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers with Stevie Nicks doing Needles and Pins live. This was off of the Pack Up the Plantation, a live album that they did. And nice B-sides, giving us some more group shots of the Heartbreakers. And no Stevie Nicks, though. That's kind of interesting. You'd think they would have had a shot of her on there. But no. And pulling out the label here, we've got the A-side label of Needles and Pins. And the B-side, which is Spike, a live version, which I don't believe appeared on the Pack Up the Plantation album. So that's cool to have an exclusive B-side. And we got a nice 45 jukebox tag here that was in the sleeve. It's always good to have those. Nice to show you those when I can. And then I want to get back to Survivor. From the last episode, I was talking about how the member from Survivor wrote a lot of other great songs for 38 Special, and he did. We're talking Jim Paterick, I believe is the correct pronunciation there. Him and Frankie Sullivan, who's been the only member of Survivor that's was with them from the beginning to the end, they co-wrote Eye of the Tiger. But Jim Paterick, he started out with Vehicle. Started out with Ides of March, and their first big hit was Vehicle. You know, the song, I'm Your Vehicle, Baby, take you anywhere you want to go. Well, that was Jim singing on that, and that was his first big hit. But he co-wrote hits for a lot of other bands. Rockin' Into the Night, Hold On Loosely, Caught Up in You, just some of the songs with 38 Special. Sammy Hagar, he co-wrote the heavy metal song on the soundtrack. He's written songs with Leonard Skinner, Cheap Trick, REO Speedwagon, even the Beach Boys' comeback album and Brian Wilson's solo, and even some Doobie Brothers. And there's more on the list than that. I'm just trying to briefly give you a rundown of why I said what I said in the previous episode, and I was correct. The songwriter for Survivor's, most of Survivor's big songs, did in fact write songs for 38 Special, which is what I was saying at the time, but then I got a little confused about some of my facts. So I had to stop, go look them up, make sure I had correct information for you. And here we got Bryan Adams doing One Night Love Affair from his Reckless album, which was definitely his best album in my opinion. We got One Night Love Affair. I think that was the cover of the album, Reckless, there, if I remember right. And B-side being Lonely Nights, which was from You Want It, You Got It. So here again, good old A&M with two songs from two different albums. On the label there, another one of those, like I said, it's kind of cut down with that black rim, makes it look like a really small label. One Night Love Affair on the A-side, and Lonely Nights on the B-side. So, moving on, we've got another Bryan Adams, Somebody. I need somebody like you. And yeah, it's not too impressive a picture there, but the B-side's even less impressive. Nothing, just a landscape and a little bit of text and a little bit of credits. So not a real impressive picture sleeve there. The A-side being Somebody off of Reckless. And let's see what they got on the B-side. Oh, another song off of Reckless, Long Gone. And that is by far my favorite Bryan Adams song, no doubt about it. Could have done without his Rod Stewart from the Three Musketeers, or not Three Musketeers, Robin Hood soundtrack, yeah. But that Reckless album was definitely the peak of his career in my book. And then we've got a Police here. I did like Sting and the Police. I like Sting much better with the Police, of course. They were a lot more rockin'. He's a lot more poppy. But Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. And yeah, you can't say that's not a pop song, but it's a great song. Oh, excuse me. And then the B-side there being Shambhala or Shambhala. I remember having had problems pronouncing that before, so I do believe we have seen this 45 single on a previous episode. This is a perfect looking copy, though. It's a little dusty, a little limp, but no problem. We can clean that up easy enough. But every little thing she does is magic there on the A side from Ghost in the Machine. And Shambell, however you want to say that. They're not giving us album credits on that one, so I'm not sure if that's an exclusive B-side or exactly where that song is found. But yeah, really nice, good, clean copy of that one. And then we've got a Sting one here. Fortress Around Your Heart. And nice shot of Sting. And I'm not as really familiar with this song. I know there's some of his songs, Desert Rose or something like that I recognize a lot better than this one. And I'm not sure if that's his backing band. I guess so. It must be his backing band because they're definitely holding guitars and saxophones. So Consider Me Gone live version. So this might just actually have an exclusive track. Which makes it a nice 45 to have. Anytime you got exclusive songs on a 45, it's really nice to get a hold of them. Fortress Around Your Heart label there. And then the Consider Me Gone live version. And boy, that sure looks rough. That tends to be a bit of a problem they have, because look how good the 45 is. The 45 is in perfect shape. The label looks kind of rough, so not sure if it's just from having been in the sleeve in the box or why we're getting that. It's a little more farther out to the edge of the label, so it's probably not stacker wear. And then here we got the Eagles' old infamous Christmas single, Please Come Home for Christmas, with the B-side of Funky New Year. And you see we got a 94-cent price tag on there. It's probably when it was brand new. Good shot of the band there, lounging by the pool. Doesn't look real Christmas themed, but I guess in California it would fly, right? Christmas in California. And the B-side, while it looks like the same shot, it's actually not. You have to flip back and forth, but you'll see that the poses. He's looking off to the side, so is he. It looks like they're looking at this woman here sitting in a chair, but the guys are positioned differently and looking differently. See, I'll show you. The guy's not out here on the floaty boat, whatever we want to call it. But anyways, just pointing out that those are two different pictures, even though at first glance they look the same. A-side label there, Please Come Home for Christmas. And the B-side label, Funky New Year. And I know I've got a few copies of this one. I think I've even got another picture sleeve one. But I don't think we have covered that one yet in one of our previous episodes. And then we've got some Glenn Frey's here. Glenn Frey, Glenn Frey. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm not sure which is correct. But Smuggler's Blues was definitely one of his better songs, and we'll straighten that shot up there a little bit, but on the cover of the 45 it is at an angle. And the B-side here telling you that was from his album The All Nighter. And again, we've got an angled shot, but I'll straighten it up because I like things to be straight, square, and even. A little bit weird about that, one of my quirks. The wife loves to just throw change on the kitchen counter because she knows I'll stack them up nice and neatly. Okay, Smuggler's Blues there on the A side of that label, if you can see it through the rainbow. And the B side being a song called New Love. And it's clearly marked B side, but there again, when you've got picture sleeves, you don't have to guess much. It's usually pretty darn clear what's the A and what's the B. So here's another one with another fingerprint, but You Belong to the City. And looks a little more scruffy there in that shot. But that was definitely from, can you guess? Miami Vice. Yes, indeed. You belong to the city. Great song. And let's see what we've got on the B side of that one. We'll get to it here in just a second after we show you the A. And it was, Smuggler's Blues. That's interesting. We just had Smuggler's Blues with New Love on the backside. Now we've got You Belong to the City with Smuggler's Blues. So, and it says it's from the all-nighter. Time of 4:17. Over here we had a time of 3:48. So that's interesting. It is a different version. You've got 3:48 Smuggler's Blues on the A side, and then 4:17 Smuggler's Blues on the B side. So how those recordings differ, I do not know, but they clearly do differ, at least in length. And then I've got another copy of the You Belong to the City again. So let's check it out and make sure. Yep, the exact same. So nothing different for us there. Then we're going to wrap this episode up with Bob Seger doing Shakedown from Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack. Great film. All three of those were entertaining and very, very enjoyable. And I am a pretty big Bob Seger fan. I like him very much. He's done a lot of great stuff over the years for us. And we're going to have another Bob Seger to start up episode 9 if you come back and join me for that. Shakedown there on the A side, and the B side being a song called The Aftermath, which I'm not sure if that was from the movie or not. It's not noted on here. So come on back, we'll have some more Bob for you and some other stuff.